Mr. L, and I am here for DFSR.com to bring you my analysis and top picks for the AAA Texas 500 this Sunday from Texas Motor Speedway. I'm going to start out by just navigating through the article, my preview article over at DFSR.com, and how to open the cheat sheet and then create your own copy, which is key if you're looking to sort any of the columns or create your own models. So, if you navigate through the preview article, I go through some of the race trends, track history. We've got intermediate track history as well as current form. I've got some pre-qualifying targets here. And then at the bottom you can either click here as well as the picture here. And what that's going to do is that's going to open another copy of the cheat sheet. It's going to be view only, so the first thing you're going to want to do when you open that up is go up to File. Come down here to make a copy, and you can name it whatever you want here in the name column. Click OK, and it's going to open another one. That one's going to be editable for you. Now what you're going to be able to do then is you're going to be able to sort columns. So for instance, if you wanted to sort the DK point average on track type this season, you'd click on anywhere in that column F, and go up to Data, sort Z to A, which would be highest to lowest, and then it's going to sort the driver's information by that column. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to sort by DK price. There we go. So to start out, Kyle Busch was the first driver to punch his ticket into the championship race at Homestead with his win at Martinsville last week, and that's going to leave 7 drivers fighting for the 3 remaining spots. So we're just going to go ahead and look at the standings here right off the bat. As you can see, Martin Truex Jr. with all the points that he's accumulated throughout the year, the playoff points, stage wins, race wins, he sits at the top with 4,117 points, 64 ahead of the cut line. So even though he looks pretty comfortable, you can lose that pretty fast. You know, if he was going to get in an early wreck or lose an engine like Kyle Larson did at the end of the last round. The guys that are going to be paying the most attention to, Kevin Harvick's only 3 points above the cut line. Jimmy Johnson's 3 points below. Ryan Blaney's 6 points below. Denny Hamlin's 8 points below. So it's very close around that cut line with 2 races to go. Chase Elliott is 26 points behind after he was dumped by Denny Hamlin last week. Ended up finishing 27th in that race. So he's kind of in a must-win situation. So this week, just kind of looking at the last 6 races here at Texas. This week I'm going to be looking at a combination of Dominator points as well as place differential points. There's 334 laps in this race, and what we've seen is there's been at least 1 driver that has led 100 plus laps in each of the last 6 races, and twice we've seen 2 drivers lead 100 laps. So there's definitely some value there in looking for those Dominators. It's going to be key which guys to look for once we look at the final practices and the 10-lap average ranks coming in tomorrow in the final 2 practices. And what is key for when we're looking at place differential points this week is that there was 7 drivers that failed pre-qualifying inspection. They're going to be starting from the back of the pack. The key drivers on that list are going to be Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth, Joey Logano, and Trevor Bayne. Those are the guys that are going to be most important. There's also, I believe, Corey LaJoie and Reed Sorensen as well on that list. But they're kind of starting at the end of the pack each week anyway, so they're just not really worrying too much about them. So with all that said, we're going to jump into the picks. Again, keep in mind that these picks are post-qualifying and practice 1, which came on Friday afternoon, and that the final 2 practices will be ran tomorrow. So my first driver, as you can see highlighted here right at the top, number 3 in my model is Martin Truex Jr. I'm going to be building about 70% or more of my lineups. I'm probably going to be building about 20 lineups for this race, and it's going to be around Martin Truex Jr. He's dominated the intermediate tracks this season with 6 wins, and he's averaging 96.5 DK points per race on that track type. He also offers us some place differential value this week. He's starting 7th, and I choose him over Kyle Busch this week simply because Kyle's already locked in. He's not in a must-win situation. The points don't carry over. None of those playoff points carry over into the final race, so that's why I will spend the extra $400 and go with Martin Truex Jr. at the top. Second driver on my list, he's number 1 in my early model, Kevin Harvick. A nice value under 10K this week. Nice start to a cash game lineup. You can even, with the value at the bottom, some of the place differential value this week, it's easy to combine him with Martin Truex Jr. And despite having no career wins here at Texas, he's been very consistent. He's got top 10s in 6 straight races here, and that includes 4 top 5s in that time. And he's also second behind Martin Truex Jr. this season, averaging 62.6 DK points per intermediate track race. Going down, number 7 in my model this week is Chase Elliott. I talked about him earlier. He's going to be starting back in the pack. We're just going to scroll over here. Look at the qualifying and practice 1 ranks. He's starting 34th this week. He showed a fast car in practice 1. So we're going to want to pay attention to the practice just to see how fast he's going to be. But starting 34th, he brings some elite place differential value to the table, especially at 9100. And he was dubbed the People's Champ after being wrecked by Denny Hamlin last week, and in a must-win situation. Everything's kind of coming together for the number 24 car to be up front. May not lead a whole bunch of laps until, you know, probably into the end of the second stage, into the final stage, but with that place differential value, he's right up there. And looking at his track history at Texas, he's raced here 3 times and he's finished top 10 in each one of those races. So he's kind of got everything pointing in his direction this week. I'm thinking if he shows some top practice speeds and 10-lap averages in the final 2 practices tomorrow, that his overall ranking here is probably going to jump up inside the top 5. Dipping down into the value range this week, I'm looking at Dillon in the number 13 car. He'll be starting 27th on Sunday, and he's raced here twice, so he's got 2 career races under his belt at Texas. He's finished top 20 both times, so that's positive on the place differential side of things. The other thing that stands out to me is among all the drivers in the sub 7K range, he is number 1 with 31.8 DK points per race over the last 6 races, and he's number 2 with 26.5 DK points on intermediate tracks this season. So those are my 4 drivers that I'm going to be building around. Like I said, keep in mind that that doesn't include the final 2 practices in my model, so be sure to check back, grab that cheat sheet tomorrow. It'll be updated following both those final 2 practices. And yeah, that's about it. If there's any changes, you can also follow me on Twitter at Jaeger_bombs9, or if you have any questions at all on any of the drivers I maybe didn't mention in this video or in my article, you can also leave a comment at the bottom of my article, as well as join me in chat. I'll be in there for most of the afternoon tomorrow into tomorrow evening, and then again on Sunday morning pre-race while I'm finalizing my lineups for the race. Thanks for watching the video, reading all my content, much appreciated. Please hit the like button, share it with your friends, let everyone know, subscribe to my channel, more videos coming out all the time. And with that, like, see some green screens, and good luck this week, everyone.